Hi.
Hey.
How are you? It is Friday, the 29th day of June, 2018. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley is safely on the air from Studio 7 here in downtown Wenatchee. Thanks for starting your weekend and ending your work week with us here on the NCW Life Channel. Last weekend of June is almost here. July comes a-knocking on Sunday. This year is flying by, Steve.
It really is.
Yeah.
And 4th of July is right around the corner.
So is Independence Day, which coincidentally falls on the same day. That's working out good.
Don't confuse me.
And before I forget, hey, happy Canada Day to our friends up in Canada. Canada Day is July 1st.
Hey.
So I think they celebrate it on the 2nd, I would assume, because it's a Sunday,
Yeah,
you know. So
probably so.
yeah, we're very happy to have Canada as our neighbors to the north. They're
What
good
is
folks.
the tradition for Canada Day? What do they do? Do they have a big parade or what?
I don't know. Should we call Prime Minister Trudeau
And what are they
find out?
celebrating? Is that when Canada was established, or?
I don't know. Maybe
Well,
I should have brought up Canada Day after all.
I thought that was going to be one of your obscure holidays or something.
Well, it's on a Sunday, so no. I'm you know, as much as I love Sundays, I'm not coming in on Sunday to do this show. I can tell you that much. Good show for you today. We're going to replay the interview I did with Jennifer Bouchon from the Town Toyota Center. She was in a couple of days ago because they have the Big Dog Days of Summer event coming up at the Town Toyota Center this weekend. So it's a great time for you to bring your four-legged furry friend, well-behaved and on a leash, to the Town Toyota Center and indulge in all the dog-related activities. That'll be cool.
You had some fun up at Three Lakes yesterday, I understand. A little golf.
Played a little golf. Got a little golf in. Grant, our lovely and talented anchor, and we played golf with Grant and his even lovelier and more talented wife, Michelle, and Jonathan. We had a good time.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
good time. So, played in the wind. It was breezy.
Oh, yeah.
It was breezy. It's going to be breezy again, by the way. We got this wind thing going on.
That's your excuse, huh?
No, we had a wonderful time. I'm not going to tell you what I shot. It's weird. There's an old an adage around north central Washington: when the snow is totally gone from Mission Ridge is when the wind stops blowing. We've heard that since we were kids, right? And it's not the case. It's going to be windy again today, and windy for the next couple of days. Temperatures below normal again. But I, for one, am not really complaining about this weather a great deal.
No, the only thing I think I could do without is the wind.
Yeah,
you know,
and
that's about it.
We're going to have to deal with it still. There's just a bunch of troughs just kind of keep visiting us. It is what it is. I got curious because I remember how hot it was last year about this time of the year. And sure enough, June 29th of last year, so 365 days ago, our afternoon high was 90.
Wow.
And that was the beginning of a long stretch of very hot weather. I don't know if you remember that or not.
I do.
That first week in July was a scorcher.
I think we had the 100-degree weather.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a string of 100-degree temperature days.
But the Independence Day forecast looks pretty darn good. So you have to remember, for fireworks, the big concern is wind. Before they send the fireworks off, they set them off at the spit at Walla Walla Penn Park. They send up I don't know what it's called.
A tracer.
Something like that. And they determined how the wind is at the elevation where the fireworks explode. And if it's windy, the fire marshal can say no, no fireworks.
Oh, absolutely.
But it looks fine. It looks really good. Weather forecast is coming up. Sports. Good day for the Mariners, not so much for the Apple Sox. We also have the obscure holiday. Everybody is entitled to Mike Benitez's opinion, today in history, birthdays, and the obscure holiday. Steve has the news, and there's quite a bit of it. You ready to go around the valley?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Let's do it.
What's it look like today?
At 4 minutes after the hour, this is what we're looking like in little old Wenatchee Town, USA.
Boy.
The Wenatchee Valley looking
Never get
good.
tired of that image. That's so pretty.
It is. It's an incredible image. It really is. When we were driving back from Three Lakes last night, we played to just about sunset, about 9 o'clock. I looked up to where all of our tower arrays are to look back down, and it's just an incredible view. It really is. It's really neat. We call that the cross camera because it's very close to the cross at the very tip
Looking
of
down
Wenatchee
from
Heights.
the Wenatchee Heights.
Camera 2, and again, Kat, our producer, director, gets to choose. Okay, Steve.
Oh, me?
No. Let's look here. Let's see. We got a guess. I'm thinking that's #1 canyon in Wenatchee. Yep,
Wow,
pointing
nice
towards the east.
guess.
Thank you. Pointing towards the East Wenatchee area. You picked that because I believe that's maybe the Fred Meyer complex, the one big building you can see. That's how I kind of decided that must be what it is.
Okay.
#1 canyon, which is twice as good as #2 canyon. Camera #3, a slow dissolve. A little shop talk for you as we look at Steins. Is that Steins or Monitor? That's the monitor camera. Okay, there you
Wenatchee
go.
River there,
Wenatchee River.
winding its way down the valley.
You can see Kashmir, you can see Mount Stewart, and that's usually, you know what that is? It's kind of like the Apple Annie's camera, only farther back. In fact, you can see the Apple Annie's camera to the right there.
And here at 6 o'clock, looks like the pretty light volume of traffic on Highway 2 heading between Kashmir and Wenatchee.
Good looking view there. Camera 4.
From our Chopper 1.
Yeah. Nanticoke Ridge, beautiful Nanticoke Ridge. It looks like it's quite a bit cloud cover up there, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Quite a bit of cloud cover. Nanticoke Ridge, this is the greater Lake Wenatchee area, still one of my favorite places to go.
Heavily forested, except for that little corridor for the high power line.
For the high power lines. Good morning, Nanticoke Ridge. And Steve, I think I just saw Sasquatch. I think I just saw Bigfoot.
Did you?
I think I just did.
No.
Nope, that's
Eric.
not. Oh, it's Eric. That's
Eric,
right.
okay.
It's Eric. I forgot. He needs to shave.
Bigfoot, but you know, wrong Sasquatch here.
6 minutes after the hour on this Friday. Here's your weather forecast from the National Weather Service. And again, breezy conditions still is the dominating weather as it has been for really most of this week. High today of 77 is below normal. Our new normal high now is 82, Steve, as we get deeper into summertime. So as you can see there with 82, our normal high, below normal, below normal, below normal, below normal across the board. Independence Day, Wednesday, looks mighty fine indeed. Sunshine, high of 78, no wind in the forecast. Let me talk about the wind.
I would say no relief in sight, but then I like this. So
yes, you do.
This is relief.
Here's your wind situation. Northwest wind today, 9 to 16. Northwest wind tonight, 8 to 17. Saturday, not much. Northwest wind about 9 to 10. So it's looking pretty good. Going to pick up a little bit Saturday night as one more system comes through. So it'll be windy Saturday night. Winds out of the west 10 to 18 miles an hour. Gusts in the 20s. And then very little wind beginning Sunday and lasting really all the way through the forecast period. A slight chance of some light rain on Tuesday afternoon, and that is all we have for precipitation. In fact, it's such a light chance of rain, we didn't even put it up on the graphic.
Looks great.
There you go. Your forecast from the National Weather Service. Looks like it's going to be a very nice weekend indeed. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got the news with Steve Hare. The newsroom was busy. It was popping and hopping and full of activity and mirth and good cheer, and every once in a while we got some work done. The news with Steve Hare is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Live from Studio 8 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Life Channel.
RLS Productions presents Concerts in the Gardens held at Omi Gardens this coming summer, featuring the Infinity Project, a Journey tribute band, Too Slim and the Tail Draggers, the Wenatchee Swingin' Big Band, the Peter Rivera Band, and Invisible Touch, a Phil Collins tribute band. The objectives of the series are to increase midweek tourism to the Wenatchee Valley, the development of a world-class series overlooking the Wenatchee Valley, along with awarding annual scholarships to Wenatchee Valley College students. RLS Productions would like to thank their supporters and volunteers for helping make this all possible.
What's your auto mocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
And now it's time for your local news update with Steve Hare.
June 29th. Good morning, Steve Hare, and here's what's happening on our Friday morning. Around the region, first of all, 2 injury accidents to report in our area this morning. The first occurred in the Lake Chelan area yesterday. Chelan Fire and Rescue provided us with this image along with other emergency crews responding to a head-on collision on Cooper Gulch Road in the Chelan area. It's about 1 mile north of Boyd Loop Road. A Honda Civic had collided head-on with a dump truck, caused significant front-end damage, as you can see, to the Honda, along with airbag deployment. Luckily, the driver of the Honda was treated and released at the scene with a minor hand injury. The driver of the dump truck was unhurt. Cause of that crash is currently under investigation. Meanwhile, the second crash involved a drowsy driver who reportedly drifted over the center line into oncoming traffic. This happened on US 97A near Wells Dam yesterday. Washington State Trooper Brian Moore provided us with the photo. He said the driver of the SUV is lucky to be alive, although there are no other details regarding the extent of injuries in that crash. Also good news, WUWV Gardens is under new management after the Chelan County Commissioners this week selected Nina Howell to replace Mike Short following interviews with the finalists on Tuesday. Commissioner Doug England praised Short as the heart and soul of the park. He says the responsibilities of the new manager will now change.
But we're looking for a little bit different direction and are split it into two different positions. It would be next to impossible to find someone like Mike that can do both the work in the gardens and promote the gardens at the same time. So we're essentially having a manager that will oversee everything, but at the same time will be concentrating on events, on fundraising, on raising the awareness of the park in the community. What we find many times, people are very thrilled and love WUWV Gardens. The last time I was there was 30 years ago. You know, it's nice to go back, and we would like to find a way that we can involve the community much more often than that. We have events that happen up there. We have a very beautiful location and a lot of weddings going on now. Concerts, everything that, and so we're expanding that.
And again, Howell's first day on the job will be Monday. Mike Short has agreed to stay on to help in that transition. Howell, a Wenatchee resident, she's been working as a freelance marketing specialist prior to her hiring at Chelan County. She's married to Jamie Howell. We all know Jamie. He's the development director at the Icicle Center for the Arts in Leavenworth. And of course, welcome to your new position to Nina Howell. Also, it's the passing of the guard. A 30-year member of the Chelan County PUD senior management team, Jeff Smith, is retiring. Smith is the PUD's managing director of district services. He was a broadcaster at KPQ News in the 1970s before he was hired to work at the PUD's communications department. Smith has been a longtime community volunteer, served on many boards ranging from the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, the Wenatchee School Board. He retires effective July 1st. Search to find his replacement is underway currently, but there is no timetable to name a successor, so good luck going forward to Jeff Smith. Also, state and local governments across Washington state will receive the largest amount of money ever allocated in the 40-year history of the Payment in Lieu of Taxes, or PILT program. It's a federal program. U.S. Secretary of the Interior Ryan Zinke announced yesterday that Washington state and local governments are receiving a total of $29 million under the 2018 Payment in Lieu of Taxes program. Representative Dan Newhouse said the program is a vital source of funding for services in rural communities in central Washington with non-taxable federal lands. The PILT program funds support for public safety, education, firefighting, social services, and transportation. Payments were issued to the state on Tuesday. And to give you an idea of the importance of this funding, in Chelan County alone, which has a lot of forested lands, that equates to about 1/3 of the total budget for Chelan County. Also, the first tenant for the Port of Chelan County's business incubator space at Pybus Public Market hosted a hiring event. The name of the company is Subsplash. They're at Pybus. Subsplash is a leader in mobile technology for churches. Phil Goodman, Subsplash Director of People Operations, says the mobile technology company has been looking for the right opportunity to plant roots here in the Wenatchee Valley.
We are thrilled to be in the Wenatchee Valley. We've been looking at spaces now for, the last 6 to 9 months here. And our company has had a long history in Wenatchee as well. So really excited to have an official office over there. We're just really excited for to be working with the port. I think the incubator space, just in general, even after we leave, will provide a lot of opportunity for growth in the valley. Really excited for not only our company, but just the valley and just this win that you guys are having with this incubator space at the market. Couldn't ask for a better location than being just steps away from all the shops there and the river and all the amenities in downtown.
Now, Tim Turner founded Subsplash in 2009. He's been building that company together with his wife and co-owner Christy Turner, who grew up in East Wenatchee. Subsplash plans to hire 15 to 20 new employees to work at the Pybus Incubator, and they're looking for talented people with a variety of skills to join their team. Also, with the personal discharging of fireworks illegal in most of north central Washington, thousands here in the valley will be flocking to Walla Walla Point Park on Independence Day to enjoy the fireworks display, live music, kids' activities, and more. With parking at a premium, event organizers suggest that families utilize a shuttle system from the Shopko parking lot to the park. Link will be providing the shuttles. Kelly Kennedy and Shiloh Shower explained to our host on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, Dan Kuntz, how the shuttle works on a recent visit to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
They will run 8 to 9, and then the roads close about 9:30. Right on Walla Walla Road, that closes, and lights go out about 9:30, so there's no movement of traffic. You want to get to the park before 9, and then the shuttles will be standing by waiting for you to load up and take it back to Shopko as soon as the fireworks end.
So I want to just emphasize, if you are a family that needs to take a stroller into the park, utilize the shuttle, because we've made it so you can actually be dropped off right inside next to Shelter 1. So it is super easy for you to do that now. And that's where we load back up, and we're working to try to get additional shuttles to take folks out, but that we give them priority out of the park and back into the park, and so it's actually more convenient than you think.
And again, the entertainment from the stage begins at 2:30 Wednesday afternoon, with the fireworks show set to begin at 9:50 around dusk. Also, time now for NCW Life's Megan McPherson with our weekend calendar of events.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. The Mission Granduro MTB race is this Saturday, June 30th. This 25 and 45-mile cycling event starts at 9:30 a.m. Head to missiongranduro.com for more info and to register. Also Saturday is the East Side Parkway Pileup from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Valley Mall Parkway. There will be a cruise and car show with awards and prizes in 5 categories as well as music. This free event is open to all makes and models. Participants may begin entering at 4:30 p.m. and cars must be in place by 5:15 p.m. Dog Days of Summer, a family show, is this Saturday from 10 to 3 at the Town Toyota Center. Dog Days of Summer is fun and educational for the whole family. Kids and canines will enjoy a day of discovery, including an animal hospital, education about dogs and handling, view or participate in obedience training, agility training, rally events, and more. Bring your well-behaved dog or meet different breeds of dogs provided by the Wenatchee Kennel Club. Trinity Inflatables will feature 2 inflatables, a Doggy and Me photo booth, and fun paw tattoos and more for the children. All the vendors will be giving out samples, advice, and information. If you love dogs and want the children to explore, this is a show not to miss. And finally, the Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market is Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the west parking lot of Pybus Market. Local farmers, artisans, winemakers, bakers, and chefs make up the friendly, hardworking vendors of the Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market, open every Saturday through October 27th. Eat healthy, eat local, and support your local growers and producers. For more information on this weekend's events, visit ncwlife.com.
Boy, no lack of activities here in our Wenatchee Valley this weekend.
And there's a lot of sporting activities going on. She mentioned the big mountain bike race Megan did up at Mission Ridge. There's a lot of other events going on, tournaments and stuff. I'll touch on that when we do sports here in just a couple minutes.
Found out, too, here recently that it's the end of an era for one festival here.
Yeah, the Sasquatch Festival.
Sasquatch.
They're going to shut it
away
down
from the gorge. Yeah.
So apparently they're just not making enough money.
Well, the founders didn't give much of a reason.
Yeah.
But apparently the evidence is there that apparently they've been getting a decreased attendance and losing some money there. So
Sasquatch Festival going away.
Moving on.
So, Sasquatch himself, however, is not going anywhere because on this show Monday, my guest will be Bigfoot, as long as he showers. I'm just kidding. The news with Grant Olson in the anchor chair, Eric Granstrom handling sports, and everything else you need to know to get your weekend going will be available to you to watch on television at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. 5, 6, and 10. 3 chances to watch it on TV. You can watch it on demand by going to our website at ncwlife.com.
Just like this show.
Just like this show, 5-ish, 5:30-ish or so is when you can watch the news on whatever, like this, for instance, your phone, or you can watch it on our Facebook page. We get them all going just about the same time, about 5, about the time the news. And if speaking of Facebook, or as Steve used to call it, in your Facebook, we have
anti-social media.
Anti-social media is a great way for you to get a hold of us. There's all kinds of ways for you to get a hold of us. Steve, do the honors, please.
That's right. We're always looking for news, ideas, and suggestions, folks. So let us know about what's on your mind at ncwlife.com, our website. Just click the tab at the top of the page. It says Contact Us or News Tips. Always looking for new news ideas. Facebook, Twitter, always a good way to talk to us. and join in the conversations on our various posts there as well on Facebook. News at ncwlife.com is our address for our email.
And what's the phone number, Steve?
Okay, let's try it again. 888-NCWL
Yes.
or 888-6295. Without even looking, I can do it.
You're so good. 20 minutes after the hour. Sports, the obscure holiday today in history, birthdays. Everyone is entitled to Mike McNally's opinion on my conversation with Jennifer Bouchon from the Town Toyota Center.
I'm hungry.
We'll go get something to eat, Steve. Come back and see me about a half an hour, all
The
right?
commissary's open, isn't it?
Commissary opens at 8, and it's Friday, which means French toast and sausages today.
I'm on my way.
All right. Oh, you know what? No, I'm sorry. He's on vacation. Yeah, the cook's on vacation this week.
Oh, okay. So
I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to slum it today.
Yeah,
then.
I'm sorry about that. 21 minutes after the hour. Sports is next. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
It's the 39th annual Lake Chelan 4th of July fireworks show over Manson Bay, presented by Town Toyota Center. Bring the whole family to Manson for a day at the beach. Great food, wines, ciders, and brews. Then live music from the Lake Boys at 7. And the Northwest premier 4th of July celebration begins at 10:15. The 39th annual Lake Chelan 4th of July fireworks show over Manson Bay, presented by Town Toyota Center. Celebrating 10 years and giving back to your community. And Washington'sPlayground.com. There really is more to Manson.
I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life channel.
I'm Eric Grandstrom with NCW Life Sports.
I'm NCW Life News Director Steve Hare.
Catch us on Local Tel Channel 12.
You can watch us on Charter Channel 19 or stream us live on ncwlife.com.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Where we cover the local high schools, the Wenatchee Wild, and the pro teams out of Seattle.
On Saturday, we have a 90% chance of rain.
Catch it all right here on the NCW Life channel.
22 minutes after the hour, sports on this Friday. Bend broke open a close game with 4 unearned runs in the 8th inning, capitalizing on 3 Wenatchee errors. They beat the Apple Sox. The Elks did 5-0 yesterday at Paul Thomas Senior Field. Wenatchee has now committed 30 gaffes defensively. That's the 5th most in the West Coast League. It's been a problem this year. Game was scoreless until the top of the 7th inning. That's when Bend broke through. Alex Pelios had an RBI base hit. Then in the 8th, Colin Runge plated 2 runs with a 2-out triple.
The full count pitch from Boyd, swung on, hit in the air towards center. Williams on the shift, has a long run to go, and he's not going to make it on a diving attempt. It goes toward the wall. One run comes in, the second comes in. Runge's digging for third on a headfirst slide. He's in there safely. A 2 RBI triple to center by Runge has blown this one open. It's a 4-run inning for the visiting Elks, and they now lead 5-0.
Joel Norman with the call on the Apple Sox radio network, the video courtesy of the Apple Sox Facebook stream. So they trailed 5-0 going into the 9th inning. Wenatchee attempted a rally, loaded up the bases for Wednesday night's hero. Remember Corey Meyer?
We're in the bottom of the 9th. It's a 5-0 ball game. Gonzalez with a 1-2. Hit in the air towards center. Little flare, and it gets down. So the Sox have the bases loaded once again. And look who's coming up. Who else but Corey Meyer? No balls and 2 strikes to the Sox DH. Corey Meyer swings and misses. Or strike 3 on a hefty cut. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. And the last hope for the Sox is Jake Taylor. Bradley Gonzalez in an 0-2 count. Looking for the series win. Delivers. Called. Strike 3. The Sox strand the bases load and drop 2 of 3 to the Bend Elks with a 5-0 loss here tonight.
For the Apple Sox, they now dropped to 8-12 on the season. The Elks took 2 of 3 in the series. They improved to 7-17. Sox are off till tomorrow night. They have a non-league game. They'll take on Northwest Academy Saturday night at 7:05. The West Coast League scoreboard from Thursday, the Les Schwab scoreboard is up for you to peruse. Jake Moberg went 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Yakima Valley knocked off Cal at 6-3. Drew Williams had an RBI base hit in the bottom of the 8th, and that was the difference as Kelowna edged Port Angeles 7-6. Xander Clark 4 for 6 with a run and a couple of RBIs. Portland is playing really good baseball. They got past Corvallis 13-5. Your schedule for tonight in the West Coast League, as we mentioned, Wenatchee is off. Walla Walla is at Corvallis. Cowlitz hosts Port Angeles. Kelowna is at Victoria. Yakima Valley hosts Bellingham, and Bend travels to Portland. Lots going on this weekend on the sports schedule. It began yesterday, runs through Sunday. It's a big baseball tournament. The State All-Star 11U and 12U baseball tournament being held at the Eastmont Community Fourplex, hosted by Eastmont Youth Baseball. Mission Ridge set to is the start and finish point of a big mountain bike race. It's the Mission Granduro race. The long course, 46 miles. The short course is 29 miles, all of it on a mountain bike. Mission Grandero all day tomorrow at Mission Ridge. Wenatchee Rams look to remain undefeated in the Western Washington Alliance football play Saturday. They host the South Sound Nighthawks. That's at Lee Bofta Field at the Apple Bowl tomorrow night. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock. Appalachia busy again this weekend. Horse riders with the games show and the 4th of July roping competition. That runs through Sunday. And not to be forgotten, salmon fishing. Yep, let's hit the water. Salmon fishing opens on the Upper Columbia Sunday for Chinook and sockeye salmon. It begins at dawn. Count looks pretty good for the opener, so go out and catch yourself some Chinook and some sockeye this weekend. You can start at dawn, and indications there may be enough sockeye in the system to have an opener later on Lake Wenatchee, which is pretty cool. Baseball, D. Gordon led off the 10th with a base hit, scored on Gene Seguro's base hit to center. That was mishandled by Baltimore's center fielder, and that was the difference. The Mariners knocked off Baltimore 4-2 yesterday. Nelson Cruz got the Mariners on board first on the 4th with a 2-run home run, his 21st of the year. Orioles tied it in the bottom of the 4th and solo home runs by Manny Machado and Chris Davis. Mike Leake got a no decision. He went 7 innings. He allowed 2 runs, 5 hits, and 6 strikeouts. Seattle is 8-0 in extra inning games this year. That's not bad. The Mariners return home to face Kansas City tonight at 7:10 at Safeco Field. Marco Gonzalez going up against Ian Kennedy, so they ended up finishing their 10-game road trip 5-5. Other action for the American League West. Les Schwab scoreboard for you there. Oakland finished off an 8-2 road trip. They swept Detroit. They won yesterday 4-2. Lance McCullers Jr. threw 7 shutout innings. Houston knocked off Tampa Bay. Pitchers duel there, 1-0. And Hector Velasquez is now 6-0. Boston beat the Angels. The final there, as you see, 4-2, and that is sports at 27 minutes after the hour. Let's do the obscure holiday of the day today. I had 4 to choose from. Today is Camera Day. Today is Hug Holiday. I'm all for that. Today is Waffle Iron Day, but we're going to go with International Mud Day. International Mud Day. Get down and dirty. All you need is water and dirt, maybe a little bit of soil. Mix it together, and you're ready to have some fun. It's not, mostly we equate, playing around in the mud with kids. Which is fine, but it's great for adults too. Turn off the TV, turn off your electronic games, turn off your smartphone, and go outside and play in the mud. Immerse yourself in a mud pit. Maybe do one of those tug-of-wars with a mud pit in the middle. The origin of International Mud Day happened in Nepal. There was an orphanage. They had 58 orphans living in this rundown place in Nepal. And one day, it was a sunny, warm day, and then a big thunderstorm came and it rained, and then the storm moved off, and all that left was a big bunch of mud, and the teacher said to the orphans, let's go play in the mud. And they did. And that's how International Mud Day began 10 years ago today. Go out and play in the mud. Sounds fun, doesn't it? Sure to take a shower afterwards. 28 minutes after the hour. Today in history, June 29th, 1956, 62 years ago today, Dwight David Eisenhower signed into law the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956, which created the interstate highway system was born on this date 62 years ago today. It's now known as the Dwight D. Eisenhower National System of Interstate and Defense Highways. If you drive every mile of it, including Alaska and Hawaii, 47,856 miles. With a population of 527,438, Fresno, California is the largest city in America that is not served by the interstate highway system. And because of this little quirk on I-70 in Pennsylvania, Breezewood, Pennsylvania exists. What you see on the screen is the one part of I-70, which goes all the way across the country, that you have to get off the freeway. You have to. The freeway ends, you have to get off for 2 miles in Breezewood, Pennsylvania, and then get back on the interstate. You have to get off of it. There's no other option. And so you have that. That's right. You have to go off, and for 2 miles, you drive through that. In beautiful downtown Breezewood, Pennsylvania, the only reason Breezewood, Pennsylvania exists is so you can get your gas and your fast food and whatever They need to fix that. But the folks at Breezewood said, don't finish the highway or we go away. Got to figure. It was 61 years ago today on a hot, dusty, scorching warm day in a tiny little studio in Clovis, New Mexico, that four gentlemen known as the Crickets created the rock and roll goddess, Peggy Sue. One of the greatest rock and roll songs ever recorded. Buddy Holly and the Crickets recorded the song Peggy Sue on this date, June 29th, 1957. You gotta love it. This is the anniversary of the ending of executions for a while anyway. June 29, 1972, the case was Furman v. Georgia. The United States Supreme Court ruled that the death penalty was arbitrary and inconsistent. It violated the 8th and 14th Amendments and constituted cruel and unusual punishment. So they got rid of it for about 4 years. Then it came back. At over 50,000 words and 243 pages, Furman v. Georgia is the longest decision in Supreme Court history. The court, by the way, overruled themselves 4 years later in the case of Greg v. Georgia. So for 4 years in this country, there were no executions. And finally, happy birthday to the iPhone. The iPhone is 11 years old today. The iPhone made its debut. Apple released iPhone 1 on this date 11 years ago, June 29th, 2007. Over 1 billion iPhones have been sold worldwide. It's worked out pretty good for Apple, hasn't it? Birthdays at 31 minutes after the hour. You may not know who Harry Frazee is, but if you're a Yankee fan, you know who Harry Frazee is. He was the owner of the Boston Red Sox. He died in 1929 at the age of 48. As the owner of the Boston Red Sox from 1918 to 1923, he either sold outright or traded the following players to the New York Yankees: Bullet Joe Bush, Joe Dugan, Harvey Hendrick, Wade Hoyt, Sad Sam Jones, Carl Mays, Herb Pennock, George Pipgrass, Everett Scott, and a gentleman by the name of Babe Ruth. Thank you, Harry Frazee. He, as much as anybody, started the Yankee dynasty by tearing apart his Red Sox. Harry Frazee, born in this state in 1881. Gary Busey. This is a weird dude. American actor. He first caught my eye with the Buddy Holly story. He, of course, played Buddy Holly in the Buddy Holly story back in 1978. Did a great job, got an Academy Award nomination. For those of us in Wenatchee, you remember when he was in town filming Surviving the Game. You remember that with F. Murray Abraham and Ice-T? They were in town filming Surviving the Game here in downtown Wenatchee. Gary Busey, 74. He's an odd duck. And Gopher is 70. Fred Grandy, there he is. Of course, he played Gopher on The Love Boat. Some television shows stand the test of time. You can watch them endlessly because they're so good. The Love Boat is not among them. Fred Grandy, Gopher, and of course, later he served Iowa as a Republican member of the United States House of Representatives. Fred Grandy is 70. I wonder if there's any C-SPAN video. Congressman Gopher would like the floor for 5 minutes, Mr. Speaker. It is 33 minutes after the hour. Everybody is entitled to Mike Magnotti's opinion. Got a good one for you. You're going to like it. My conversation with Jennifer Bouchon will follow that from the Town Toyota Center. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley Friday edition on the NCW Life Channel.
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
This is the NCW Life Community Calendar brought to you by LocalTel. Dog Days of Summer, a family show, is Saturday, June 30th from 10 to 3 at the Town Toyota Center. Bring your family and your dog to this free event that includes agility training, vendors, and education. Also Saturday is the Eastside Parkway Pile-Up Cruise and Car Show on Valley Mall Parkway. Participants may begin entering to win at 4:30 p.m. For more information and other community events, visit ncwlife.com.
Looking for a hands-on, high-demand job? Now is the perfect time to get trained for a career in manufacturing. Washington currently has a shortage of skilled tradespeople, and retirements are making room for more. The machining program at Wenatchee Valley College is designed to give students the foundation to excel in this precision industry. Don't wait, there are only 15 spots left. A 2-year degree and a 1-year certificate are available. Learn more at wvc.edu/machining.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills in Manson. Looking for fantastic food in a gorgeous setting? Come on out to Blueberry Hills. We're open every day from 8 to 3, serving breakfast and lunch all day. Specializing in down-home scratch country cooking and serving huge portions at a price a family can afford. Award-winning pies baked daily. Come relax on the deck with friends and family, even the four-legged ones. Our frozen blueberries now only $1.25 a pound, so definitely worth the country drive. Hope to see you soon at Blueberry Hills.
Lakeshland Mailboxes is a small place with a lot to offer. Job one is shipping and receiving from A to Z. They pack it, they label it, they ship it. But did you know we also offer notary service, online computer access, legal forms, copies, greeting cards, and of course, mailboxes. Schland Mailboxes, everything you need in one small package. This is State Representative Carrie Condata inviting you to watch our new and improved 12th District 2.0 show. Now featuring more information on federal, state, and local issues in a leaner, faster format. Guest hosts John Wise and Shiloh Shower bring it all home with yours truly, Carrie Condata. Why do we call it 2.0? Because just like me, it's the stronger, faster, and lighter version of today's politics. Also available on demand at ncwlife.com.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, I was talking with a liberal the other day who was bemoaning the foils of Donald Trump. Now, suddenly, though, she said, is this how you conservatives felt about Barack Obama? Well, duh. It is amazing to me that people of opposing political views can't begin to accept that there are political views diametrically opposed to theirs that in the perception of others have great merits, or at least some merit. Of course, though, Trump is an idiot. Well, actually, he's not. And therefore, it's okay to hate him. And Obama did ruin this country. Well, no, actually, he didn't. So it's okay to hate him. This is how people think. Now, sorry, folks. Just because someone doesn't agree with you politically doesn't make them wrong. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
Vamanos junk haulers are pleased to announce they've added moving services to their list of ways to make your life easier. Vamanos Moving Service. No move is too big or small. In fact, Vamanos does it all. Vamanos employees are experienced at moving your home, office, business, and storage. They'll carefully load and unload your belongings. And for the do-it-yourselfers, Vamanos also rents trucks and cargo trailers. Call Vamanos Junk Haulers and Moving Service today to schedule your free estimate.
Boating is a great way to bring family and friends together. At Bob File Boats and Motors, they have the boats for any lifestyle: fishing, wakeboarding, or just relaxing on the water. Buying a new boat is more affordable than you might think at Bob File Boats and Motors. Online at bobfile.com or on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee.
Bob File Boats and Motors, we're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
I am Dan Kuntz, my guest today, no stranger to this program. I can't remember how many times you've been on, Jennifer. Jennifer Bouchon from the Town Toyota Center.
Good morning.
Probably a dozen, anyway?
I'm sure, yeah.
Something like that.
It's been fun.
So, you're always good for a great visit, so.
Well, we have lots of stuff to talk about.
Yes.
Which is great.
How's summer going so far at the TTC? Everything cool?
Everything, no pun intended, everything is really cool down
Yeah.
at the Town Toyota Center, and thanks again for having me. But ice is out as of right now, so as you know, sometimes you go in, the ice is in the main arena, sometimes it's out. It is out. We had the 50th citizenship immigration ceremony last night, and so it went wonderful, all red, white, and blue. So shout out to Norma and Guy Gallegos, I believe, for putting on that event. And so
Yeah, the Gallegoses do a great job on that.
They do, and so that was wonderful to have that. We have now turned late last night. The angels of the arena, I always call them, have turned it again, and we are getting ready for our Dog Days of Summer.
Yeah,
which is our second annual show. It's a so fun to produce. It makes my heart happy, honestly. Thanks again to Country Financial and Coastal Farm and Ranch for presenting the event. But It's a free show. So I know that there are a lot of the events at the Town Toyota Center can be our ticketed events. This is the one that is free. So from 10 to 3 this Saturday, get your dog, you're well behaved, put him on a leash.
On a leash, that's the key.
And come on down.
Yeah, it's a lot of things. If you're a dog lover, you absolutely have to take your dog to the Town Toyota. Is this still in conjunction with WDA? Downtown?
So thanks again. Shout out to Linda Haglund for having coffee with me one day, and we were brainstorming about some great ideas, and this was one that came to fruition. So last year, downtown will not be there, but of course they're still advocates and very supportive. But this is something we're having about 40 vendors now. Thanks again, Wenatchee Kennel Club is instrumental. They will be putting on in the middle of the arena, Dan. We'll have agility training. You'll be able, if you want to show your dog someday, you'll be able to learn how show handling. They'll be doing some tricks, so come on down. It'll be public participation at 11:30 for some show tricks. If you want to do a fun pageant, P-A-W pageant, come in at 10 o'clock, register for $5. You get to register your dog in the pageant, and at noon the pageant will occur. There'll be some prizes, some introduction. Lachlan Ross, our new sales guy in marketing, he will be emceeing the event. And it should be a lot of fun. It's just I call it a hoot and a half, but it really is, because these dogs are so fun. And the dogs were so good last year. We saw everything from a Great Dane to a little Chihuahua standing next to each other. And nobody was arguing.
And there were no untoward incidents. All the dogs were on their best behavior. That's really the key. If your dogs have some social interaction problems, you probably don't want to bring them. But if you got a fun, stupid, happy dog that likes to hang around with other dogs and is fairly well behaved and knows their commands, bring them.
Definitely. I think we emphasize, it must be on a leash. But I was really pleasantly surprised that there were no issues. It was actually pretty quiet overall in there. We do have a kids area, so please come in. We want to welcome. It is free to get in. Once you enter the doors, there is a ticketed fee, so it's either $1 or you can buy 25 tickets for $20. So we will have Trinity Inflatables will be there with some henna tattoos, some photo booth, some other new hoop shoot that they just came out with, so we're excited to see that. And then you walk in, and in the main arena, there'll be free things. So all the vendors are going to be giving away. If you're looking, maybe you have a question regarding, hey, I want to adopt a boxer, I want to adopt a Dalmatian, a purebred. What is that going to be for my family? So there will be some opportunities to ask those questions, to gain some information. But I think also it's always fun because you get free stuff. Country Financial will be giving away $500 gift certificates or sell over those to Firehouse Pet Shop. Coastal will be giving away a year's supply of $500 worth of gift cards as well. So we have a lot of fun things. Everything from Tap
This is
and Pet.
cool. We need to mention this before I forget.
Yeah.
Almost everybody has a picture of their dog, usually with them. You can actually get a drawing of your dog, right?
Yeah.
Now that's cool.
No, that is cool.
Yeah.
And last year we only had one of the drawing artists, and this year we're bringing in 2 from Seattle. They're caricature artists, thank you. And we will have 2 of them. So
That's
nobody
neat.
will be cut off. I know a lot of people brought down 4 or 5 animals that they have their doggies. So that's for $15.
And that's unique. That's cool because you don't see too many drawings of your dog. It's mostly photos, but that's a unique thing to have.
And the photo booth from Trinity will be there.
Okay.
Thanks again to PetSmart for presenting that. And so if you don't get a drawing and you want to just take a nice photo with the background, the cool green screen in the background, you can definitely do that. Tap and Pet, the new
business downtown?
Downtown, they're going to be there. So,
Okay.
Tap, Pet, and talk about that. We have Wenatchee Brewing Company. So lots of fun. People that like dogs and family friendly, typically like to have wine and beer and be social. So I think it's going to be fun.
I'm assuming the local kennel club has some sort of involvement with this.
So yes, Wenatchee Humane Society will be there with a few, hopefully, dogs that they have up for adoption, what they have open, and they'll also have volunteers there on site. So if you have questions regarding the Humane Society, the developments there, but also the Wenatchee Kennel Club was really instrumental in setting up the agility ring, the rally ring, and the show ring. And their schedule, everything from show handling at 10 o'clock, scent workshop demo at 10:30, to, of course, we have the pageant at noon. So if you want to be in the pageant, please come in at 10 and register your dog.
Outside of, as Jennifer mentioned, a few odds and ends that will cost you money, but admission to get in the door is free, and free is a good price. Free is an excellent price.
Free is a good price, you know, and dogs are free. So it's something that we do have a couple potty stations. We do say, you know, take a look at those, be respectful, of course, but really overall there were no issues. So I was really pleasantly surprised with our doggy guests.
So that is happening this Saturday at the Town Toyota Center. And then coming up on July 29th, Billy, Dusty, and Frank. ZZ Top.
That's right.
How did you swing this?
You know what? Shout out to Miller for Mark as our GM for booking that. He's been working on it for a while. I know it's something that they came up before, and we're, you know, timing's everything. You know, obviously we, as you know, we pay our acts, but we also invite the community to come in, and we try to keep everything really affordable. Still, to see a national act like ZZ Top, to pay only tickets start at only $47 for that show. We have sold out. Our highest price ticket is $77. We have sold out that. We're almost sold out at the $67 level. So really $47, $57, they're still all great seats. I always say, you know, not it's an intimate facility for the most part. You still get to see a big rock show and have great seats, great viewing. Tickets are selling really well. We have, I think, over 3,000 out the door right now. We still have about 500, 600 left. We assume we will be very close to being sold out. It'll be full. It'll be fun. All your friends are going to be there. So I do want to word of caution, though. I guess public service, definitely note that you're on our website when you're buying concert tickets, towntoyotacenter.com, for all that information, because, Dan, people have been on other sites and they do say this is a reseller site. It's perfectly legal. They've bought tickets from us. They are reselling them. I understand that guests have purchased $400 to $500 for these ZZ Top tickets. So just please, buyer beware. Please be on our website when you're purchasing those tickets.
That practice has been going on for years. As Jennifer mentioned, it's not illegal. You know, if you buy good seats, you can turn around and sell them and make a profit. Don't forget to put it on your taxes, but your best bet's to go to the Town Toyota Center website.
So
just do that.
If you're not paying more, if you're paying more than $67 at this point for ZZ Top tickets, unless you're purchasing the VIP, you are paying too much.
And who's kidding? Who, as Jennifer just mentioned, is no bad seats.
No bad seats. They're all great. So come. It's going to be a great show. We're excited for that.
As I mentioned earlier on the show, I spent some time at Walla Walla Point Park getting wet with the sprinklers. Not my idea. But I noticed the fences are up and the tires are being laid in, and that means Revolution kart racing is back again this summer. Third year, fourth year?
I want
to say at least
third year. And they expanded this year. They do the track different every year. It's lots of fun. Normally the staff, we do a little test and race it. We haven't done that yet this summer, but we will at some point in the early evening. But it's a fun event. It's something for the family. I think it's great to be able to go back and forth to the park, especially this time of year with the fireworks coming up around the corner. Shout out to that committee. So thanks again for putting that on. But definitely, it's a family friendly. The waterfront district has really is booming, and I think what a better way than this summer to enjoy, have some go-karts. You can still public ice skate every day from 1 to 3. Fridays and Saturday nights are still busy with our young teens and our youth on Fridays and Saturdays, but then to walk over to the park and enjoy that, or within a mile, mile and a half you can walk to Pybus. So really, it's getting
along the riverfront,
along
which
the
is
riverfront.
cool.
It's really a wonderful district. So
the Town Toyota Center is really becoming a kind of a, to use a mall phrase, it's kind of become an anchor store to that part of town, because you have the Town Toyota Center. The Walla Walla Point Park was already there. Town Toyota Center is a great complement to it, and now the businesses are flocking to that area. You have that new climbing gym, which is always busy, and I noticed Brendan Dragoo is building a little office building right down the road, and you've had Lowe's there. There's just it's become a drawing card, that area of town. Because of the Town Toyota Center.
I think it's just been so wonderful for residents like me and tourists to really come in and use the facility. And it is amazing because how many tourists that I do talk to in the public rank, and I'll say, where'd you come from? They say, we're here from Seattle for the weekend. We're just going to ice skate, and then we have a baseball game or whatnot.
Right.
So I think it's been a wonderful asset. We're so grateful to be able to work there and play at the same time.
How important was it to have the Wenatchee Wild go as deep as they did into the playoffs? Because you had more home games than ever this year at the Town Toyota Center.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Bliss and the whole Wild. thrilled to be seeing them as champions, and they are champions through and through. And it's going to be, it was great, outstanding. Obviously, we love that our food and beverage went crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
Fans went crazy. It was so fun to see the energy in the building, and just, yeah, great season. We'll look forward to, we're building next year. So
we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Jennifer about their big 10-year anniversary celebration. But before we do that, quick reminder, on Wednesday, July 4th, of course, was the big Let's Have a Blast Independence Day celebration at Walla Walla Point Park, right across the street from the Town Toyota Center. Sunrise Rotary will be manning the parking lot at the Town Toyota Center, and for a donation, you can park there at the Town Toyota Center parking lot and walk across the street. And the Sunrise Rotary people do really good work. So if you everybody's, parking's really tight down there because this is to sea of humanity on July 4th. But do yourself a favor, park at the Town Toyota Center parking lot, and the money goes to the folks at Sunrise Rotary who'll be taking care of that. And that's a neat deal. That's cool. It's nice of them to do that. And it's a good fundraiser for them.
That's right.
So I just wanted to throw that out there. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, guess who's turning 10 years old in October? It's not Jennifer, and it's not me. It's a certain arena. We'll talk about that when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
I wish we had something cool for the kids to do this summer. I feel like we've just done it all.
Have you heard about the 100 Days of Summer at the Rack? The kids can take a dive with swim team, challenge themselves with karate and junior workouts. It's games galore playing tennis and pickleball. No need to choose. They can try it all with the Rack Summer Multi-Sport Camps. There's fun for you too. Get fit with group fitness or work on that tan by the pool. The Rack has something for the whole family. Find all the details at wrac.org and do your 100 Days of Summer at the Rack, where we play every day.
Yamaha ATVs and side-by-side vehicles are proven off-road. Designed, engineered, and tested in the real world, they provide the best balance of off-road capability, comfort, and confidence, delivering performance that is truly proven off-road.
I definitely recommend them for new floors.
They made it so easy.
It looks like a whole new house.
Great service, great prices.
Want a recommendation before you buy new carpets or floors? Don't take our word for it, just listen to our customers.
And they guarantee their work for life.
Flooring America, where friends send friends. Select pet-friendly, kid-friendly, oops-friendly carpet and floors are on sale now.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your... Home bake a large Gourmet Delight Greek pepperoni pizza, topped with pepperoni, spinach, black olives, and feta cheese. Just $9. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
We are back on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan Kuntz alongside Jennifer Bouchon from the Town Toyota Center. We touched on the Big Dog Days of Summer, which is this Saturday. ZZ Top coming up on July 29th. Revolution Kart Racing will be up and running probably in the next couple of days.
Oh, it's up. Yeah, it's up. It's on.
It's on? Okay,
It's on.
I'm sorry, I did not notice that yesterday. Good.
It's rolling.
So, and you can find, by the way, all the information, including tickets, towntoyotacenter.com. There you go. And then everything's leading up to the anniversary, the very first event at the Town Toyota Center, October 5th, 2008. You're turning 10.
The building is 10 years old. It is a celebration. It is a way for us, you can see a beautiful logo there that our graphic designer created, but a way to give back and to say thanks. And to say thanks to those pioneers, those great minds, the community that worked together. And I think it is a celebration. I wrote an article a while ago, but it's a celebration of coming together. It's a unified front. It's way before my time, before a lot of us, but I think a lot of people, I remember the groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
I was a citizen, I'm the tax, different things, and I think that it's everyone coming together. So it's a way to recognize those people. I think you'll be hearing more. We've been working on this since last October. I'm working with a group from both the city, the chamber, from different entities, and we're coming coming together, past employees. So it's been really fun to see some people that still have really vested interest in the facility, and what do they want to see? How do they want to celebrate? The first event was actually the quilt show, and it still is with us today. And the quilters are great, the Quilt Guild. And then the first concert, I'm told, was Chris Bodie. He was and he went acoustic.
Yes.
And then Leon Rhymes right after that, which was a sellout show. So it's going to be fun. We are definitely planning. I want to save the date right now. I'll put a shout out. October 6th. It's a Saturday from 1 to 4. It will be a public open house. So if you haven't been down, or if you have a gazillion times, it's an opportunity for you to come down. Free public ice skating during that 1 to 4 period time. Definitely in the rink. We're looking at the main arena. We will be doing tours. We hope to have our players, our teams, our coaches, who's ever in town available to give some tours, to greet people, and there's cake. So it's free cake. So it's just a wonderful celebration. We're hoping to have it something that people can sign to commemorate the 10 years. And we have our beautiful logo you can see, and working with, like I said, the Chamber to document some other things. We're putting together a very extensive program book. For instance, Dan, a fun fact is, did you know we have 15,000 hours we have given for volunteers just in the last 10 years. So $64 million that we have generated in economic impact in the last 10 years. So that $64 million, when we talk about economic impact, that's hotels, motels, restaurants, and we can talk further about that. And then
we only got about a minute left.
Okay, so. October 9th, we have our special dignitary event, and that's a paid. It's going to be the Taste of the Town Toyota Center. It's open to the public. We hope to recognize everyone at that point in time and have lots of people talking. So all that information and more is at towntoyotacenter.com. Click down 10-year anniversary, and just really want to say thank you to everyone for supporting the facility. Thank you for being there. Thank you for buying a ticket. Thank you for coming to any event. And
no Town Toyota Center, no Wenatchee Wild, no ZZ Top, no Steve Miller Band. None of that exists without the actual building and the fact that the people of North Central Washington decided to tax themselves way back in 2012 to save it. Was one of the best moves we've made in a long time. Jennifer, say hi to Mark and the crew.
I will do. They're working hard.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. Yeah.
There he is. Sure wish he was here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Little 4-point.
It's a nice kokanee.
Solid fish.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas. And introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and Eniac. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
And we are back live here from Studio 8 in downtown Wenatchee. Dan Kuntz alongside my good friend and colleague Steve Harrod will wrap up this week of award-winning shows on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. As soon as we're out of here in just a couple of minutes, 3M and I are going to head on over to Douglas County Fire District number 2 and talk to Fire Marshal Kurt Blanchard.
Kurt Blanchard is going to be giving us a little demonstration on the dangers of safe and sane fireworks. I may say safe and sane, and of course in East Wenatchee there's a little bit of a difference. They're not banned in the city of East Wenatchee. Everywhere else you can't set them off, but in East Wenatchee you can. So Kurt has agreed to give us a little demonstration on the dangers of fireworks and how they can really start up a wildfire and really ruin our holidays. So,
I remember that because they banned them, the East Wenatchee City Council did, and then the next week they didn't.
They didn't.
It was kind of like, what are we doing? That'll be good. That'll be fascinating. We'll have that for the news tonight. Real quickly, here's your weekend weather forecast. It looks like that. Looks like this. Sunny, a little breezy today. High of 77 degrees. Clear and 57 tonight. Again, windy tonight. It's going to be windy all the way through Saturday night. Sometimes quite windy, sometimes not so much, but the breezes are not going to go away until we get to Sunday, and all of these temperatures, as you see, are well below normal. Plans for the weekend, Steve? What do you got going?
Oh, a lot of yard work, as a matter of
All
fact.
right,
Got to
okay.
keep up with that, and might even check out the farmers market tomorrow morning.
I'd love to go Pybus on Saturday morning.
I know you do.
Everybody have yourself a great weekend, all right? And don't forget, you can take us along as we're portable. We'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.